Today we're here again and we'll be holding another beautiful session. I remain your host, Elio Samuel, and I'm committed to bringing you program experiences curated for business growth and career growth. Today, I wouldn't be doing it alone. I have a co-host, Justina, and she'll be joining us. She's already here. Let's show some excitement. Let's show our energy in the session through our emojis. I believe somebody is excited to be here. And this session is brought to you by that's the Business Readiness Academy. And we are on a mission empowering women with in-demand skills for their business and career. And this is part of why we are here today. This session is curated for businesses, and the team has been with the team business ideation and market validation. We also have a guest speaker joining us in the person of Onyechefule Ogechi. It's really going to be a deep dive here, and I know we're going to learn greatly. Let's show some love to us. Welcome her to this session. Let's show our reactions. Let's show some excitement. Juliet, over to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Justina. Good evening, everyone. So, are we starting right now, or we have to share the live?
My suggestion was this.
Okay, let me share the screen.
Okay. So, Ella, you just help me share my slide so we can start. Ella, are you here? Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you please share the slide so I can start?
Okay, my screen hasn't started showing. I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. So we're live on YouTube as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
I'm coming.
Is there a way you can make it broader, please?
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it showing?
I'm not seeing it now.
I'm coming. I believe you can see it now, right? Is it showing? Is it? Yes.
Yes, it's showing. Okay. So welcome everyone to this wonderful section. And today we're talking about business ideation and market validation. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can.
So, can you please increase it a bit? Can you increase it a bit?
Okay. Okay, then now presentation view.
Okay, then let's.
How do I expand this one there?
If it's not possible to increase it, just go back to the first slide. Let's continue like that.
Okay.
Okay, so in this section, like I said here, this session will guide you through the full journey of generating, refining, and validating business ideas. It will also introduce you to frameworks for idea selection, customer discovery techniques, how to avoid common startup mistakes, and how to create a minimum viable product that is your MVP. This session will end with a decision-making framework and so on and so on. So I hope we are all ready for today's section. It's going to be a really, really wonderful section, and I hope that we all open our minds and get ready to learn. Hope you're with your writing materials. I will also have a point where we can have questions. So if you have any question during the course of the class, please write it down so you don't forget your question. So what are we going to be learning today? What are the objectives of this section? We are going to brainstorm. We're going to brainstorm and develop a list of potential business ideas. We are going to select and refine one viable idea using proven frameworks. We're also going to conduct basic customer discovery to understand the market. We are going to validate your idea through surveys and feedback. Build a simple MVP or prototype, and also use reward feedback to decide whether we. So are we there? Can you please go to the next slide, please? Okay, now we are talking about what is a business idea. So a business idea is a solution to a specific problem, a need, or a desire in the market. A business idea is a solution to a specific problem, something that solves a particular problem, or something that brings solution to a particular need or a desire in the market. And a business idea is not a business idea if it doesn't address a clear point, if it doesn't, if it's not desirable enough that people will pay for it, if it's not feasible for people to build and deliver, or have potential to scale or sustain itself financially. So that is what a business idea entails. All of this, it has to address a clear pain point, that is, solve a particular problem for people, and it also should be desirable enough that people would want to pay for it. Your business idea is not a business idea when people are not ready to pay for it, when people do not see clearly how it can help or solve a particular problem they have. And also, if you can't build or deliver, if it doesn't have a potential to scale or sustain itself financially. If you're having a business idea and in the nearest future this business is not scaling or it's not able to sustain itself financially, then that's not a business idea. So these are common type of business ideas. We have problem solving. Okay, sorry. We have problem solving. We have passion based. I'm still on the first slide, I don't know if I can just share my own from here so it will be easier for me to read. Sorry, hold on.
Because I've
Okay.
stopped presenting so you can share yours.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, just leave it on. So I just get to continue from my own end. But keep sharing yours. I will tell you the slide I'm in so you don't stress. But just keep your own on. Is it fine?
I've stopped presenting.
Okay.
It's just one person that can present. So it's either you're sharing your screen or I'm the one
No,
sharing.
I'm not sharing my screen. I want you to share your screen while I just continue from my own end since you can see me.
Okay then.
So we okay. Is it sharing now?
I think it is, right?
Okay. So said a business idea is a solution to a specific problem, a need, or desire in the market. And this business idea must address clear pain points, must be desirable enough that people would want to pay for it, feasible for you to build and deliver, and have potential to scale or sustain itself financially. So, and then common types of business ideas. We have problem solving. Like example, it can be an online payment tool, a delivery app, and so on and so forth. And also a passion-based business idea. It can be blogging. Some people are passionate about blogging. Some people are passionate about personal coaching, handmade crafts, and all of that. We also have skill-based business ideas. This can be online tutoring, virtual assistant, freelancing, and so on and so forth. A skill that you learn and then turn it into a business idea. We also have trend driven. Now everyone is into social media services. We have social media marketing, we have content creation, and so on and so forth that into the social media space. So these are trend driven ideas. They can be AI tools. I don't know if you have seen people that are so this AI trend now. A lot of persons are going into it to turn it into a business idea. So many persons are turning it into a business idea. So your business idea should have all of these four clear things. It should have this, and also it should be either problem solving or passion based or a skill based business idea or a trend driven business idea. So now we're going to go into the next one, the idea generation framework. It's not just about having an idea, it's about how this idea can possibly meet up to the four most important things that makes up a business idea. So now we have when you want to start up a business, when you want to bring up a business idea, you don't just sit and just think about it. Okay, I am passionate about business. Why don't I just do this? You have to go through certain stages of brainstorming to organize your ideas, to make it presentable, that when you bring these ideas out, it's going to fit into what a business idea should be. So it's going to fit into what a business idea should be. So number one, we have the problem solution fit. Ask yourself, what problems have I experienced personally? What problems do people around me complain about? Is there an easier or cheaper way to solve it? So for example, let me use this for example. You are a busy student struggling with me preparation. You can have a business idea around pre-packed healthy meals for students. You are someone that is that you are a student and then you're struggling with, I don't have time to prepare meal, I don't have time to do this, I don't even know what to eat as a student, I don't even know how to do it. This can be a business idea because there are a lot of students that are like you that are facing this kind of problems. Like you said there, what problems have I experienced personally? Your business idea can come from a problem you have experienced personally. If you have experienced problems with styling, you can as well think about it, go do your research about it, and then come up with a business idea around styling. There are a lot of people that don't know how to style their clothes. There are people that have they have a very massive closet, but at the end of the day, they don't know how to style their feet. So that can be a business idea because it's solving a particular problem for people. And then you can also think about it this way: what problems do people around me complain about? Do people complain about what to come up with? Like, let's say there are people that complain of food to, like, things to cook. People that come up that complain about, I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to make this, I don't know how to, what do I eat today? I'm eating rice, tomorrow I'm eating rice. How do I plan myself? How do I know what to eat today, what to eat tomorrow, and not get myself worked up over eating a particular meal? There are people that complain about how to style themselves. There are people that complain about how to style their hairs. There are people that complain about a lot of things around you. Think about it. What do people around me complain about? When it comes to this aspect, when it comes to this other aspect, you can create a business idea through that, as far as it solves a particular problem. So then the next thing we have the Ikigai model. That is, Ikigai is a Japanese word, and this word refers to having a direction or purpose. So Ikigai is a purpose-based model. Now you think about it, reason this, what do you love? You can form a business idea out of what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, what do people pay for. So you can have all of this. You can think about what you love to do, what you love to do best. If you love to write, you can actually bring up a business idea for writing. You can, if you're good at content creation, you can use that as a business idea. If you are good, if the word, what does the world need? What exactly does my generation need at this point? You can think about all of that. It's a purpose-based business idea. And also we have the scamper technique, which is the substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and rearrange. So when we talk about substitute, you ask yourself, can I replace part of this production or these services? Like when you have this, let's say you have your problem. Can you still hear me, please? Okay, I believe everyone.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, I believe everyone can still hear me. So can I replace part of this service? Let's say an existing product or an existing service. Can I replace part of it? What can I do to make this particular service better? What can I do to make this particular service or product much more valuable that people would want it? And also you can think about, when it comes to combine, you can think about if you can merge two businesses together. Can I do this service and do this? Can I do this together? And then it comes out as something that people will need and people would love to pay for. We also have, can I modify for a new audience? Let's say you already have your business idea, you already think about this idea. You can also ask yourself, can I modify for a new audience? What if I'm scaling up? What kind of audience should I add to this already existing audience that I have? Can I modify this business to suit them? Can I modify this business to accommodate this new persons I'm bringing into the picture? We also have the put to another use. Can I apply this into a different industry? When you're thinking about your business idea, you can also ask yourself if you can apply it into a different industry. You don't just do a business, like I would always say, you don't just do a business because the idea of you running a business makes sense to you. Can you apply it in a different industry? Let's say, for example, you are running a skill-based business. If this particular thing isn't in existence, can you use it in a different direction? Can you use it in a different industry? There are people, let me use script writing, for example. There are people that feel like they are very much good at writing scripts for content, but they can't write movie scripts. Okay, these are two different things. Can I use this script writing? I know how to write content, but can I use this content? Can I use this script content writing into the movie industry? Can I switch into the movie industry and then start writing scripts for people and get paid for it, and so on and so forth? When you have these whole ideas, you can also ask yourself, what can I remove? Let's say you've come up with like 5 or 6 business ideas. You sit down and ask yourself, what can I remove? What is no longer in need? What don't people want to pay for anymore? What service, what product or service do people are people no longer interested in? Can I remove this? Can I put this together? And so on and so forth. We also have, can I change the order of our process? The process of this business, how this business is going. Can I change it? Can I do this better? And so on and so forth. I hope we are following and we understand. And then we also have the 5 ways techniques. That is, start with a general idea and keep asking why to drill down the core need. Let's say you've come up with a general idea that people are interested in. Let's say you start up a wig business. Let me use that for example. You start up a wig business. It's a general idea. The most general online business that people do these days is either you're selling wigs or clothes, or it can be female wears, it can be thrift and all of that. Then you keep asking yourself, why? Why is this in need? Why do people need this? When you keep asking yourself why, you keep developing much more things into that business, and then you can drive down to the core need of you starting that particular business. So the next thing is choosing the right idea. Once you have multiple ideas, because it's sometimes we have 1,000,001 ideas going on in our head, what we want to do. So we have like 1,000,001 things we want to do it in our life. We have this idea, we have this other idea, and then you just see that most of the time when you sit down, ideas just keeps popping in. But when you have multiple ideas, these are ways you can assess this idea to know which of them, or how best you can align, or how best you can arrange these ideas. So we have the idea scorecard, which is the impact, the demand, the ease of entry, and advantage. So we have, under the impact, we have, does it solve a real urgent problem? Now, when you have these ideas, you ask yourself, does this solve a real urgent idea? This is now when you are trying to arrange your ideas. Okay, I have an idea to run a clothing line. I have an idea to do this. I have an idea to do that. Does it solve a real and urgent problem that people would want to pay for, people want to get associated with? Ask yourself that, does this solve a real urgent problem? On demand, we have, are people actively looking for this solution? Remember when we talked, remember the beginning of this class, we said your business idea is something that should solve a problem, a need, or it should solve a problem or an existing need that people want in the society. Are people actively looking for this solution? Let's say you want to do a business around footwears. Now, what problems do footwear solve? What problems do you think having or running a footwear brand can solve? Are people actively looking for that solution? We also have, can I start with little capital? That is ease of entry. How can you start? Does it require you to start with little or no capital? Or does it require you to start with your skill? Do you need to learn a skill to start it? Do you need to have a certain amount of money to start? And on the advantage, we have what's unique about my solution or approach. So I say this all the time. When running a business, there is something that should be different from the way every other person is doing that, because there are 1,000,001 person doing the same business as you are. You don't expect that when you have an idea. Funny enough, I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone. You think about an idea, and all of a sudden you see someone else doing that idea, maybe in a different direction, but you know that this was an idea that you've had before. If that has happened to anyone here, can you please let me see it in the comment section? If it has ever happened to you, you have an idea, you thought about something as an idea, right? And then all of a sudden let's say you come online and then you see a video around that idea that someone has put out. It may not be the same exact thing, but then it's similar to your idea. Has it happened to anyone here? Please, I want to see it in the comment section if it has happened to anyone. Let's see. Okay, thank you so much. It has. So sometimes you see that there are different people that have the same ideas as you have, but then the most important thing is what is unique about your approach. What is unique about that solution you want to bring to the table? What is different? What's your uniqueness? What will people see and say, this person is doing the same business, but this is what is different about this person's business, and this is why I'm going to pay for this person's services, or I'm going to pay for this person's product. So all of this, when you arrange all of this, you start to see, okay, this idea makes more sense than this, or this business makes more sense than this business. And there you get to finalize and get to the point where you particularly pick a business idea and say that's the one you are going for. So the next thing we have is customer discovery. Customer discovery means understanding your users' needs before building a product, or before launching a product, or before thinking about a particular service to launch, or a particular product to put out there. The key questions to ask yourself is, who is my ideal customer? This is more like, or less like we saying, who is your target audience? Who are people you're targeting? When you want to start this business, who is your ideal customer? Which persons, or who are the persons you feel like is going to be in need of your product or your service? Who is going to want it? And the next question you ask yourself is, what specific problem are they facing? I want to run a business, but which specific problem are these people facing? These people I've thought about as my ideal customer. Which problem are they facing? You ask yourself that, and also ask, how do they currently solve it? So how do they currently solve the problem? If you think about it, how are they solving this problem? I want to start up this business, and this is my approach to this business. But how are people solving this particular problem currently? You also ask yourself, what's frustrating about the existing solution? So there are a lot of solutions that people have put out there to problems, but then sometimes it becomes really frustrating. Let's say you want to write a book. You want to start selling digital products like ebooks and all of that, and then you already see that people have to go through ChatGPT to write an ebook, right? Now, let's say at first it was people that want to go into these digital businesses. They sit down, take out their time to write, to write these ebooks and then go to publishing places and find a way to start selling it and all of that. And along the line, ChatGPT came up, AI came up, and then AI started making things easier for people. People can now go to ChatGPT. I want to write an ebook on this and that, and then ChatGPT brings out their ebook and all of that. But do you know that sometimes it's frustrating to actually want to drive down your points with ChatGPT? Let's say this is what you are asking ChatGPT to bring, this is what ChatGPT brought, and then you still feel like there are much more things to be added to it. Sometimes you ask yourself, okay, if you are providing a solution, what's frustrating about the already existing solutions that people have to the particular problem you want to solve? So that is therefore the key questions to ask yourself when you want to discover people that will buy your product, people that will associate with your business, and people that will possibly invest in your business. So we also have methods. We also have methods to discover your customers. We have interviews. Talk to a few persons you see as potential customers. Now, you have a business idea and then you've thought about it. Let's say, for example, you want to sell. Somebody give me an idea in the comment section. Somebody give me an idea in the comment section. Let me build up with that. Hope we're active. Hope we're active. Somebody give me an idea in the comment section so we can build up on that. Okay. So we have methods to discover your customers. We have interviews, surveys. We have social listening. We have observation, and so on and so forth. So for interviews, talk to a few persons you see as a potential customer. For example, you want to run a clothing business, or you want to build an app. Now, let me use that for example. Yes, you want to build an app that helps customers, that helps people get in contact with customers directly. Let's say you go on the app, you search for wig vendor, and then it gives you it lists out like 5 legit vendors, and then you just go straight to them and do business with them. Let's say that's an app you want to create. Let's say that's a business idea you have, and that's what you want to do. Now, talk to a few persons you see as potential customers. Meet at least 2 to 3 persons you have in mind that are, okay, these are people that will want to eventually download this app. Let's say there are people that are on your WhatsApp that have come online to complain about, oh, I bought a clothes from this vendor and this vendor. How do people get to know legit vendors and all of that? But then you know that you already have this idea of creating an app that links legit vendors to customers. Then you meet this person and ask, if this is in existence, would you want to download this app? That's for example. If this is in existence, would you want to associate with this kind of app? You interview them and then get their replies, get their feedbacks from them, so you'll be able to know. Okay, so we need to, our time is almost up. So you need to know what is needed, or if these people are really interested in that idea that you have. So the next thing is use Google Forms or WhatsApp poll. Write it on your WhatsApp status. Ask these questions. If this is in existence, would you associate with this? I need your replies. I need your answers and all of that. Social listening. Monitor comments on Instagram, your different websites, Reddit, Nairaland, different websites. Go check, ask questions. There are sites that you can see what people are asking for. There are sites that you can see what people need solutions for. You go to those sites, look at it and then build up from them. We have observation, the behaviors in your real environment, your market, your school, saloons, etc. Avoid asking why would you buy this. Rather ask, how are you solving this today? You can ask your friends, you can ask families to give you feedback on these ideas and then build from there. We have market validation, that is survey, landing page, pre-order or wait list, and better offer. That is like a small group used for service and feedback. We also have how to build an MVP or prototype. Now, how to build an MVP or prototype. Before you build this, before you do this, ask yourself, would it save time? Before you build all of this, you know that all of this minimum viable products that you're building, like, is the smallest form of your product, okay, the smallest form of your product or service that delivers value. Let's say before you launch an app, you can actually bring up a little thing that will help people access this service in your app. Ask yourself, if it allows you to, if you build this, it allows you to save time and money, to help you get real feedback fast. It also helps you to learn what features people really want, and so on and so forth. Steps to build an MVP. I'm trying to rush because of our time. So steps to build an MVP: define the core problem you're solving, list all possible features, prioritize one key feature, choose a simple delivery format. It can be Google Form, it can be a PDF, it can be an Instagram page, and then test with at least 5 to 10 people. Tools you can use to create your minimum viable product: you can use Canva, you can use Google Docs, you can use Seller, you can use your WhatsApp, you can use Figma, depending on the business idea you are coming up with. So then we also have common mistakes in ideation and validation. We have building in silence without testing. There are a lot of people that want to start up a business, that want to, let's say, build a solution to a particular problem, start up a business that is solution based, and at the end of the day, they just build or do it in silence without testing to know if people are in need of this, or if people actually buy or get themselves involved in this particular business or services. Some people make the mistake like asking your family or friends for biased feedback. Definitely, you know that when you have a business idea and you want to ask your friends or family, they are definitely going to be in support of you. That is a biased based reply. That they are biased because your family will tell you, yes, this is good. If you tell them I want to start up this business, they tell you, yes, this is good. You are not checking this idea on real potential customers. You are just asking your friends and family, and they are going to give you biased feedback. We also have thinking an idea is great just because you like it. Remember, I said there are a lot of persons that do businesses or provide or build things, or because the idea of them doing it makes sense to them. Somebody can wake up in the morning and decide to run a business because it makes sense to them. Another common mistakes people make when in ideation and validation of their businesses is not niching down. Some people do not find a niche around their business. They just do business because they want to, be it a product-based business, be it a trend-driven business, be it a skill-based business. There are a lot of persons that don't niche down. They don't find a particular niche they can focus on and build from them. That's a mistake. And at the end of the day, you see them moving from one place to another, doing this business, doing another one. And at the end of the day, each and every one of them starts to flop. So we also have spending too much money too early. That's why it's advisable to build your minimum viable product. That's why it's advisable to start up little. Some persons just put in money because you have an idea. You have not built a certain structure around that business. You've not tested this business with real people to know if people are really interested. You just pump in money, and at the end of the day, some persons get to run at loss, and that business idea or that business crashes down, and they start thinking of ways to start afresh. So we have, for example, like a real life example now. Someone built an entire fashion website, but didn't test it if people like the design. So let's say after 6 months, no sales, no nothing. Some persons just build these things and they don't test it with real people. At the end of the day, they end up not making sales or people interested in it. So we have, when after testing your MVP, ask yourself your presses, your pause, and so on and so forth. That is, if you would adjust, if you will stay on it, or if you would take a moment. Ask yourself, do I need to change my approach or my audience? Now I've launched this thing is going, but do I need to change my approach? Am I not, let's say the business is running and then you start seeing a little bit of errors here and there. You ask yourself, do I need to change my approach? Is there something I need to do or work more on? Do I need to change my audience? And then if you are to stay on it, ask, are people excited and willing to pay? If yes, people are willing to pay for it, or people are excited about the idea, then keep going, stay on that idea. We also have, if you are to pause, if you have to take a moment, is there no demand or too many obstacles? Now, the business idea is there, the business is running, for example. Is there no demand? Are people no longer interested in this? Do I need to reevaluate my idea? Do I need to work on something more? Are there obstacles? Are there things I need to work on? All of these are things you should ask yourself. And then the feedback signs to watch for is, are people saying they'll buy again? Well, let's say, for example, you launch this mini product or mini services that you want to post out. You are testing it with a few persons. Get feedbacks from them. Are they saying they would want to do it again? Would they buy again? Would they patronize again? Would they refer you? Are they recommending your services, or are they giving specific criticism? If they are complaining about a particular thing, then remember your MVP is not a full-blown business that you are launching, a full-blown product that you are launching out. It's the minimal stage of your business. Like, it can be a few parts of your, let's say you're creating an app, it can be a few parts of your app, it can be a few parts of your ebook. People should read and then give you feedback. If they are criticizing, work on those things they are criticizing. So our action plan and the next step. So our action plan, sorry, hold on. Yes, sir. So our action plan is, now we're going to do this work together. We are going to write down 5, this is like an assignment. Once you're done, you can send it to the platform. You can send it to us on WhatsApp, or you can send to my DM, whichever way. Write down 5 business ideas. Choose one to validate using the idea scorecard that we have given. Interview or survey 5 potential users. Build and test an MVP in 7 days, and decide if you are to adjust your setting, if you are to stay on it, or if you are to take a moment. I hope we are good. So I think that's the end of our section today. We are open for questions, and yes, we're open for questions. Any question, you can drop it in the comment section. So Elo, we take up from here. And thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. That was a very great presentation. In fact, she really went so deep. It was really immersive, and just a few takeaways and contributions to what she just said. So I like the fact that she really emphasized that a business has to meet a particular problem. It has to solve a particular problem, and it must be tradable. That is, somebody must be willing to buy it. And the fact that if it doesn't solve a particular problem, it's no longer a business, because that is when your market validation comes into play. It's at this business ideation phase you validate this idea. And when you're validating idea, it's something that it's a continuous process in the course of your businesses, because you have to still find out if you are still meeting the problem and you are still serving the same set of audience. Now, when it comes to validating your idea, we can break it down into 3 different points. That is, you evaluate your audience. Who are your audience? That's when your KYC comes into place. Know your customer, your ICP, also known as your ID customer profile. Now you can get your ID customer profile from your database. It's either documented manually or electronically, digitally, Google Space and the rest. You can also get your main audience from also your analytics. People who engage more, people who patronize you, you also get to know your audience through the analytics. And also, you also can know your audience from feedback spotting. In the case of when you are creating a survey, you send out the survey, you draft out some questions, and based on this feedback you get to know your target audience and you work with these people. Now, after getting your target audience, you still have to know the problem you are solving. You have to pinpoint the problem. And in the case of pinpointing this problem, since you are creating a minimum viable product, the main goal of creating a minimum viable product is actually to reduce cost and reduce the risk of spending so much. So that's why an MVP is usually suggested for the early stage, because you cannot just decide to come up with an idea that you think it solves a problem, and at the end of the day you find out that it doesn't solve the problem. It's just what you add in your mind. That's if that's let's say what you perceived that it solved. So it's kinds of this validation helps to evaluate your assumptions, if actually what you are saying is what your audience is also reiterating back to you. And that is where there's a saying that there's a difference between when you're making something for your audience and when you're making something with your audience. Now, when you're making something for your audience, you're coming from the point of assumption. You just think that this problem solves a particular solution. You already have it made up in your mind and you launch so deep. At the end of the day, when you go into the market, you see that it's not viable. There's no money that is being generated in the process. But when you are making something with your audience, you carry them along through the different phases, and that is through the market validation phases. I think that was really a very good one from Juliet and from Judith. I don't know if we have any questions on the platform. Any questions? Okay, there's a question. It said how to build in MVP or prototype all yourself if it will allow you to save time and money. How to build? I think she asking about how do you build your MVP or prototype.
Okay, now, for example, like I said, how steps to build an MVP. You define the core problem you're solving. What exact problem are you solving with that particular business idea you want to bring out, you want to launch, you want people to get involved with? You list all your possible features of that business. Let me use a wig business, for example. Now, I want to start up a wig business, right? And there are 1,000,001 persons selling wigs, right? There are a lot of persons into the wig industry. Now I want to start selling wig. what particular problem do I want to solve in Read Business? Am I solving problem of maintenance? Am I solving problem of delivering quality but for a lesser price? I will define the problem I am trying to solve, and then the possible features of me solving it. Let's say I want to solve maintenance. What do I need to solve maintenance? I would either provide a maintenance card for coily hairs or straight hairs. I'm just using a product-based business now, for example. Now, do I get this list, this maintenance this, maintenance that, and what particular key feature am I looking at? Now I am solving for, I'm looking out to stand out for maintenance when it comes to, like, when people patronize, when people buy this particular hair from me, they are going to understand how to maintain their hair without stress. So now, how am I going to deliver? How am I going to put this out for people to see? First thing, I want to start the business, right? I can put out on my WhatsApp status, I'm launching, I start posting, I'm launching, okay, this is my brand name, this is it, this is that. And then I start posting a few hairs, post this, post that, get feedbacks from people. People are going to start asking, are you selling hair now? Do you do this now? Oh, yes, I do. Okay, this, you get the feedback, you get this, you get that. How am I going to solve this particular problem of styling and maintenance? You come out online and then still put these things little by little. You're not giving them a full, like, you're not going into production. Let's say you're not going into production of your cards yet. You just have an e-copy of the card. And then you start putting it out there. If you want to maintain your hair, if you want to do this, this is what you do, this is what you do. And then start getting feedback. Let's say you're opportune that one person buys from you. You get the review of this person. This person received their hair, received the cards. Let's say you print at least 10 cards. This person received one, and then this person is coming back to you. Oh my God, I have been struggling with maintaining hairs, and thank you for this card you put inside this thing and all of that. It makes sense to you because now you can see that people are interested in this and people are actually going through this particular problem, and then your business idea is solving it. That's where you have built your business prototype, and then you can, if it's something you need to invest much more money on, you can then invest much more money on. So another thing, now let's talk about, I also used an idea of an app. For example, you want to build an app that connects vendors to customers directly, right? Now, this app, you can create a few features of this app. Let's say when you search, let's say you're creating the app and then you put a feature that once somebody types in which vendor or clothes brand, it brings at least 5 lists of clothing line or clothing brands that you can patronize from, and then you see their reviews, you see their rating, and then when you click on it, it takes you directly to their catalog or takes you directly to their WhatsApp DM or Instagram DM directly. Now, when you create this little part, just one part, you have a lot of features you want to put in your app, right? But you just create this one significant part, and then you get a few persons to download this app, or you talk about the app and then a few persons get to download it, get the feedback. So the most important thing in this is getting feedbacks to know if people are really interested in this, or if people are really willing to pay for this particular thing. Let me use Canva or CapCut, for example. There was a time when CapCut was free, totally free, right? CapCut was extremely free. Every feature of it was free. And then CapCut saw it that, yes, people are so much interested in this, right? Or people are really doing it. People are interested in editing, people are interested in this. And at some point, they made their features paid. Now, because of how important you see CapCut to be for your editing game, you will definitely have to pay for these features. Because in as much as there are a lot of editing apps, a particular app does it different from other apps. There are features that this app has, and then the way it is different from the way this app is. right? There are 1,000,001 editing app, but a lot of persons use CapCut, what's the name of that? Prime something. There are a lot of editing app, but there are few that are, when you talk about it, people are really, really interested in it. Premiere Pro, yes, thank you, Premiere Pro. People are really, really interested in all of this. So that's how you build your prototype or your MVP. Remember, it's the smallest form of your product or service. It's, in other words, it means starting small. Let me use that word. It means starting small. If you want to write an ebook, you at least put out maybe 1 page or 2 pages of your ebook, and then see how people react to it. Are people interested in reading this? Will people want to read more? Then you can add much more chapters to your ebook and sell and make your money. So that's how to create it. So it allows you save time and money, yes, because if you put this out, and let's say it's a business or it's something, let's say it's a product that requires millions of naira, and then you end up putting this, let's say 100K to start up, and then you get feedback from people. If it doesn't work out, it's going to save you that time of spending the remaining 900,000 naira to make it 1,000,000 naira. So that is it, and I hope I explained it better. Or if there's any other question, if there's something you still do not understand in it, please ask. I am available.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Judith. I hope this answers the questions. I think we passed our time. And we've really gone overboard. So we'll be calling this session a close. Thank you for everyone that joined, to all our listeners. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to say a very big thank you to Judith for sharing her knowledge and values. Judith, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we hope to do this next week. Let's stay in the loop and let the expectants. Same time next week we'll be meeting here. Thank you so much. Let's mark it on our calendar. Thank you. Do have a very good evening. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys.